everybody, episode 29 of the Game Audio Vlog is here. We're inching ever so close to 30. One more video tomorrow will be officially video number 30. My name's Adam. Today I'm going to walk you through real, like no kidding, lightning fast, how to make Asteroid hits in, or at least how to integrate Asteroid hits using Unity and Wwise. As I've been saying, with this whole 2D sound design or 2D shooter sound design thing that we've been working on for the past week or two, I'm not going to sit here and walk you through every single little step of making the sound, at least yet, maybe in future series. But part of it is I don't have all of the master files I used for this demo. Part of it is I want to encourage you to be creative. So what I'm going to do is what I've done before. I think it's when I made the laser sounds, I played you what I have, at least so you have an idea. A lot of the sounds I used for this were all bit crushed samples. So here we're already in Wwise. I've got a random container called Asteroid Destroyed. It's under my actor mixer hierarchy. I've got 3 explode sounds. This is the first one. It's got a pitch randomization on it too, right here, which is denoted by the little yellow guy here. If you double click that, you can randomize the pitch between a minimum and a maximum value. I wanted just a little bit of pitch randomization, so that's what it is. Same thing with Asteroid Explode 2. And same thing with Asteroid Explode 3. So you'll notice 1 is kind of high up there, 2 has more of a crumble and is a low, and then 3 is kind of mixed up too. So that way you have a little bit of randomization, but they all are kind of fairly familiar. So again, I'm just going to jump through the rest of this because by now you should be pretty well versed in having a standard sample and then creating an event and integrating that play event. So we've got all of our sounds here in our audio tab. In our events tab, you should have an Asteroid Destroyed or something that is Asteroid Blown Up event and a play action with that. I also have Asteroid Hit, which I actually cover Asteroid Hit and Enemy Hit, but it's the exact same thing. It's just a different sound. So this is a single sound you can hear. So if you hit the asteroid before you explode it, I think it takes like 2 or 3 hits to actually blow up an asteroid, so you'll hear like 2 of these hits and then one of the explode sounds. So I did the same thing with enemy hits as well, and I'll probably cover those. But it's the exact same thing as you make a audio event, and then, or you make an audio file, an event for the sound event, which this is just an Asteroid Destroyed play action, Asteroid Hit play action, and then you create your sound bank, or then you regenerate your sound bank based off that, and then save within Wwise. So then I'm going to jump back again to PowerPoint for the Unity examples. This one's directly in code. I didn't even bother to use the inspector, so I'll probably just jump actually directly into code for this to show you real quick. Hold on. And with the magic of editing, I'm right back into PowerPoint. Actually, this is LibreOffice, so it's like LibreOffice Impress because I'm cheap and I didn't buy PowerPoint. But anyway, so rather than using Unity to do a start event, I think by this point when I was doing my demo work, I got kind of tired of using the inspector and was hard coding everything. So the process is the same. You go into Unity once you've generated your sound bank and you've saved your Wwise project. You jump into your prefabs, you double-click the Asteroid prefab, and then you double-click the script, which will then pop you to this wonderful screen. At least if you're using MonoDevelop. If you're using Visual Studio, it'll look a little bit different, but it'll still be the same code. So if you look closely, you'll see akSoundEngine.setRTPC value in the start function up at the top, and you see Asteroid x-axis, transform.position.x, and then game object. If you watched the last video, you will be very familiar with the fact that this is the panning for the asteroid explosion sound right there. So I panned the asteroid explosions using RTPCs, which I will probably cover that one more time, but not right here, right now. But for just the explosion event and the hit event, you'll see under your void on trigger, enter 2D, collider 2D. This is if something collides with the object in a 2D plane. You have if health is greater than 0, then akSoundEngine.post event, asteroid hit, game object. So what this entire function here is if something collides with the asteroid, And the tag of that object is player laser. If your player laser collides with the asteroid, then if your health, if it's not your health, if the asteroid's health is greater than 0, then Wwise, sound being the AK sound engine, Wwise play the event asteroid hit based off the game object of the asteroid, and then it'll be health minus minus. So if underneath all of that, if the health is less than or equal to 0, so if for some reason you hit the asteroid twice and somehow magically cause a bug for it to be under 0, then instantiate the explosion, which is the explosion effect that you see on the screen. And we also have AK sound engine.post event asteroid destroyed game object. So asteroid hit and asteroid destroyed are just the events that I named. They're the play events from Wwise. I named them asteroid hit and asteroid destroyed. So again, you can name them anything that you want to, but you just need the AK sound engine.post event, the event name, and game object. Game object I don't even think is required at this point, but I got such in rhythm of using it with the ships that I was using it here, because if you don't include the game object function variable at the end of the function call, which this is a function call, if you don't include that, then what happens is Wwise and Unity sees that as a global event and as a global parameter. So if you did AK sound engine .set RTPC value asteroid x-axis transform.position.x, that would be a global value for asteroid x-axis. So what would happen is every single time that an asteroid was created, the RTPC value would reset for all of your asteroids. So all of the asteroids on the screen would be, Wwise would see them as the location of the latest created asteroid. So if you had an asteroid created on the left and an asteroid created on the right and then an asteroid created on the center in that order, when the center one was created, if you blew up the one on the left, it would sound like you blew it up in the center. So if you add a game object on the end of that, it makes it game object specific. So if you blow up the asteroid on the left and all three of them are created, it sounds like the explosion's coming from the left, because the RTPC value is specific to the asteroid at that point, rather than being a global value that's only held one place. So I don't think you need that for asteroid hit and asteroid destroyed, if I remember correctly, but it's like a Wwise thing to do, right? And not to be a pun on Audiokinetic Wise, but it is a smart thing to do to continue that convention, so nothing else bugs out and freaks out. So go ahead and do that, test it, and if it doesn't work, then let me know. Post in the comments below, or get me at Adam T. Croft on Twitter. Hopefully I didn't speak too long and this one was a little bit shorter. We'll be back again tomorrow with Audio Friends Friday to talk about somebody else who's awesome other than me, and I don't know who that's going to be yet, but it'll be awesome, and we're going to give somebody else some love. All right, thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you. See you tomorrow.